So last Thursday, I was speaking to a woman called Val. Now, Val reminded me of where I was maybe 12, 18 months ago, in that we were doing so much for businesses, being paid so little that turning up for work every day almost felt like, more of a chore than it should have been. And being stuck delivering the service for a value that we didn't feel matched the outcome we were delivering and the work we were putting in. So I could really resonate with her story, and I'm sure a lot of you can resonate in terms of being burnt out, feel like you're not getting the right return on your time investment for someone else. And it just made me think about the whole value proposition. And over the last probably 12 months, we've had 2 price increases. Now, people are talking about recessions, people are talking about all of these kind of consumer habits, but businesses still need to grow. There's still targets of your demographic. There's still portions of that demographic that are looking for your solution, that need your solution. So when we spoke about value, when we spoke about intrinsic and extrinsic value, meaning what the value gives you and the value that you give, it threw up a lot of different questions. And since then, Val just got back to me yesterday saying that she's decided to take her business in a completely different direction from the conversation that we had, which left a profound effect on me. So when we come down to value, basically we're trading our time for money, or we're leveraging labor, or we're leveraging software in exchange for money. And really that's what we carry out business for, to make a living. So there's a saying that if I'm going to trade my time for money, then I might as well ask for a lot. But to ask for a lot of money, you have to deliver a lot of value. And value can cover a few different things. So the 3 things that we spoke about on the call were: how do we create more value with our product? How do we communicate this value? And what does value mean for customers? So when we look at how to create more value, a lot of people will do, I'll add more calls, I'll add more content, when really they don't reverse engineer the situation or the solution and say to themselves, what things, what components, what deliverables could I add to my offer that would make it even more unreasonable for people to achieve the outcome that I'm promising them? So for an example, we were primarily an ads agency up until 18 months ago. We then realized that content was a huge issue for the clients we're working with, and within service-based businesses is still a huge issue. So how do we fix that? Instead of putting it all in the client, we hired a video editor, a head of content. And now we deliver the ideas, we streamline that whole process for our clients so that content is no longer a problem. Now that we have content and ads, we're driving a lot of traffic, we're driving a lot of targeted traffic to your website. But what if the website doesn't convert optimally? So we've added a funnel builder, and we've added a funnel building process to our service. After that, we now have high conversion rate, but we still have 95% of people that we need to re-engage with over a period of time. So we've just hired a copywriter, Paul. So you see that's how we create more value, by delivering more, but by solving the problems, not by saying we're going to report to you every day, we're going to give you 24/7 support. A lot of business owners don't want that. They want the deliverable, they want the outcome in a shorter period of time with as little friction as possible. So how you go about creating more value is really by removing the bottlenecks and the friction points. One thing that I never wanted to do in our business was to deliver social media. I always had a mental block towards it. I always had a mental block in that I didn't want to do it, never wanted to do it. So the big thing for us was, how do we overcome that? Because it was an obvious problem for our clients, it took a lot of me maturing to say, okay, we need to fix this. Instead of something I don't want to do, it's something I have to do. And the problems that we solved that a lot of other people don't want to solve will be the reason why we grow and why our business scales. So creating more value, I would implore you all to start at the end. Look at your FAQs from your service. Look at the common problems that people encounter in the first 30 to 60 days, because that's really the most crucial. And see, how can I create solutions, whether it's PDFs, training courses, one-on-one support, another service, more complexity. That's what we're paid to do, essentially. It may be more complex, but you will solve the problem in a more efficient manner for your client, and that's really all that matters. The biggest and best business owners solve the biggest problems and do so in the most efficient manner. So that's how you create more value. And I would go to your current customers, I would go to the marketplace and say, what are the biggest problems you're having? With your current customers, what could we have done in the first 30 to 60 days to speed up this process? To your team, to your internal team, how do we streamline our process so that the customers, or what are the key milestones that customers hit that help them achieve their goals in the first couple of days or in the first couple of months? Creating more value, that's step one. Communicating that value. There's a saying that I was recently speaking to a good friend of mine, Serge Guattari, with, was sell them what they want and build them what they need. Everyone has the flashy things that they're interested in. Right now it could be TikTok ads. Right now it could be, could be anything from email marketing to short form content. The thing that's really kind of popping off, if that's the right word, in their industry. Or the thing that's really kind of catching the attention. Create a mechanism around that to pull in their attention. The short form content may be the thing that they all want. The email remarketing and the funnel building may be the thing that they all need. So instead of trying to sell them on the thing that they're oblivious to and the thing that they don't really know that they need, sell them on the thing that they want and then tag on the things that they need that give them the results. The short form content may be the deliverable that really catches their eye and makes them want to, talk about your service, makes them want to give you referrals, whatever it is. But in reality, the funnel or the emails or the SMS or the cold calling or whatever other feature you build out may be the thing that actually delivers the results. So communicating that value is selling them what they want, having that thing that grabs the attention, that offer, and then on the back end, delivering them what they need to make it unreasonable for them to not see success within that period of time. And again, it goes back to the first step. How do you create more value? It's building them what they need. What are the key milestones that every client has to hit within the first 30, 60, 90, 180 days to make it unreasonable for them to not see success? Within, some people may have the foundation set better, but really within 6 to 12 months, you want to be delivering them on some sort of definite outcome and putting in all of the inputs that make that outcome unreasonable to or not to achieve. So creating more value, communicating more value are the kind of first two steps, and they're linked to each other. And then what that will do is give us more motivation. And the conversation that I had with Val was interesting because she was offering a service for 2.5k. She had it advertised on her website, which is something I definitely advocate doing against as well, in that people already form a perception of how good your product is based on the price, so I would definitely steer away from that. And what we did was went through an exercise, and basically if she was to 10x the price of her current service, so instead of charging 2.5k, charging 25k, how would her service look? And if she was to decrease it by 10x, so she would charge $250, how would she then deliver the same service at that cost? And it really got her thinking about how to create value and how to deliver value at a lower cost, or deliver or give deliverables without having the 24/7 support, without having the round the clock features. So I would implore you to go through that exercise yourself. If you're to take your service from 1,000 to 10,000 and from 1,000 to 100 per month or per one-time fee, whatever you charge, what would your service look like? And it can really throw out some interesting ideas. So I would look at how to create more value, how to communicate the value. And then the big thing is, overall, it's going to leave you in a better place as a business owner. If you're looking at your competitors and you're trying to compete on price, right? We have to reduce our prices as a recession, such and such and such. It's going to be a race to the bottom. Who can deliver the service for the cheapest? Who can afford to scrape the margins to just compete? Whereas if you're competing on value and you're giving people a feeling and delivering them a definite outcome, it's going to be a lot easier for you to grow and increase your prices instead of shrink and conserve and go into your shell. Because if we take interior design, it's how you make the customer feel is a big part of the value that you deliver. Obviously, you want to deliver the nice room. This is what Val worked in interior design. Maybe if we take another example of financial advisor, most financial advisors are going to deliver the 8 to 10% returns that everyone expects from, you know, a good managed portfolio. But the features, whether it be educating your customer on why you're making those decisions, the features that it may be monthly reporting, it may be quarterly reporting, it may be one-to-one investing advice, it may be yearly seminars, it may be an education course that you tag on. All of these features give more value to you, which allow you to increase your prices, because the deliverable, just like interior design, financial advising, aesthetic clinics, any of these service-based businesses, the deliverable is the same. The deliverable is the 10% outcome, the new sitting room, the dermal fillers. But it's the process in which you get them there is how you deliver them, the value. So the value, the value you create and how you create intrinsic value for the customer is how you make them feel. So I would look at that, and I would look at also how you're delivering the outcome, how you can deliver it in the shortest space of time with the best follow-up care, etc., etc. But really, also how you make them feel, because if you've ever invested 100,000, 50,000 in a brand new car, you probably didn't think twice about it because you have that discretionary spend. But if you were to ask me how I would look at, you know, paying 50,000 for a service as opposed to a car, I would question it a lot more, because the car has value outside of just the getting me A to B, the speed, the horsepower, etc. So look at those two areas: how to create more value, how to communicate the value. Go through the tests of asking your current customers, asking your kind of market as a whole, and the 10xing your price, 10x reducing your price kind of exercise, and see how it goes for you. So we're on a mission, and hopefully within, you know, the next 6 months, we're probably going to look at another price increase, because we're adding more value all of the time. And yeah, I mean, I don't believe that increasing your price makes it more unaffordable. It means you appeal to a certain part of the market. So yeah, value is super, super important. Pricing is the biggest lever you can pull with your business. And yeah, hopefully this was an insightful video for you. So looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And yeah, let me know your thoughts.